How much income should you expect to make with your coaching business? I'm going to teach this today by opening up my own books for this business and to show you what is possible and what type of stages you can expect from when I made my first $3,000 to now having realized over $1,248,200 in my business. I'm doing this for two reasons. First, to cut through the noise of some of the people who tout multi six figure revenue promises and make it sound like you'll go from just scraping by to rich as heck without doing any work or taking any real risk of your own. Second, to help some people with magical thinking, where they believe they should reach their income goals within 30 to 60 days of launching their company, because I have literally seen some people launch and then give up 3 weeks later. So, for those who aren't aware of how to price your coaching program, there are other videos on this channel that will help you understand it. But to review briefly, a coaching program done right is usually priced between $2,500 and $10,000 upfront for a 3 to 6 month program. It includes a pre recorded curriculum that your people are moving through at their own pace, two group coaching calls per week where all your clients come together to discuss their progress and ask questions, and an online community where your clients can ask questions or upload assignments from your curriculum and you answer them in writing within a business day. It's a great way to take the limits off your income and cut your clinical hours when you compare it to only doing clinical therapy and charging by the hour. But in our industry today, there are a lot of people who offer crazy testimonials and stories of clients of theirs who went from nearly broke to millions of dollars in revenue, and they tend to skip over the journey from zero to success. Or they focus on a very small percentage of people who made a lot of money very quickly and leave out the part that most of them came crashing back down to earth because they built their business so fast they didn't actually learn how to deliver results with it and ended up with a lot of angry customers. Here's the truth. Building a coaching business is like building any other business. You start small, prove the concept, get it stable, and then choose how big you want it to be. And I'm going to illustrate that now with my exact numbers from this business, which I began in the middle of 2020. Now, what I did not do was spend months or even up to a year building out a whole program. This is never the way to launch. The first thing I did was I took a couple of weeks to plan a proof of concept, build the minimum I needed to be able to get clients results, and then I launched quickly. I started speaking to people in my network, socialized what I was doing, and the result, I got an email about a week later from a referral source that resulted in my first $3,000 sale. After I'd worked my network a little bit, I built a strategy to target what we marketers call cold traffic. Cold traffic means people who don't know you at all. My approach was to use LinkedIn. Now, this can work on any social network, but the reason I chose LinkedIn is because my target market is mental health professionals, and mental health professionals do not identify themselves as such on social media except on LinkedIn because most of them don't want to be found online by their clients. The result? In month two, I made another $3,000 based on just 1 hour of prospecting on social media each day. The third month, I made nothing. This is because my prospecting strategy wasn't fully tested yet. The messaging wasn't great, and I was still learning how to talk to potential clients about my service. The fourth month, I made another $3,000. And so my conclusion was, okay, I've now made $9,000 in revenue inside of just a few months by doing some very basic things. I can now tweak this and get it right so I know that this can be a stable business. And so that became my first goal. I got a little bit of help, a little bit of mentorship, and that started getting results. I put my price up and increased the value of my program more. The result? The next month, I made $8,000 in revenue. Breakthrough. And things started to build from there. The month after that, I made another $16,000, and I had finally found my groove. The next few months, I continued to do what was working, and I was making between $4,000 and $16,000 in revenue every month. Now, I want you to note that months into building this new business, I still had another stream of income that was paying me money because I didn't really think that the business was stable enough yet for me to rely on it for our primary monthly income source because I have a family to support. But after 12 months in business and seeing these results being stable for a period of several months, I decided I was ready to scale up. So I did an experiment. Somebody who'd helped me earlier on in my business was having some success with a webinar campaign. Now, I'd promoted webinars in the past that had created companies that generated $15 million a year in revenue. But his particular approach and style was different. And so I learned it from him and I applied it to this business. I took $1,000 in advertising budget and I tested it. The result, I got back $9,600. So I tested it again. This time, another $9,600. And again, and again. I'd found my next model for scaling. And so the result was that in 2021, my first full calendar year in business, I'd made $187,200 in revenue. And I saw the opportunity at this point to scale up even more. So I doubled down on my new marketing model. And in 2022, I got to $470,400. I let go of all my other streams of income and I only focused on this business. Now, note that I made this jump gradually. It wasn't immediate. I didn't burn the boats, as some idiot business coaches like to try and say. I made sure that we were stable before letting go of everything else. In 2023, I then had a choice. I could either scale my business up or I could run it as a lifestyle company. This is a fundamental choice that you need to make with your eyes open. The lifestyle model is high profit. You do most of the things in your business yourself, and you're careful to leave as much time flexibility in your schedule as possible. This helps you to enjoy life while having more than enough money to do so. If you want to scale up, I'd also reached the point where I could have made that choice. I could have set a goal to go to $2 million a year or even $5 million a year within the next 12 to 24 months. The way you do that is by hiring salespeople to sell your program and coaches who can help you to coach more clients in it simultaneously. And what this means in the short term is your profit has to go down while you hire and train these people. The efficiency of your marketing goes down because your salespeople will never be able to sell as well as you yourself can. But if you manage to get your salespeople and coaches performing well, you can then start investing much more money into marketing. And after another 6 months or 12 months of getting these people performing, you will then have the ability to easily go into 7 figures in revenue and make a lot of money for yourself. You have to want this life because instead of having a lifestyle company that gives you flexibility, you will always be busy. And you'll always have a level of stress to run your company and to always make sure that you're making the payroll that month that your people expect, no matter how your business is doing, on the same days of every month. That does bring some additional stress into your life, but hey, that's how you make massive profits into your business, by reaching that level and having the people who can help you to do it. Now, I chose the lifestyle model because at this point in my life, with the things going on in my family that were going on, this was a smarter decision for me rather than putting myself in a long hours, high risk, and high stress model that comes with scaling. So that means I kept my marketing budget steady and fine tuned my business for profit and flexibility and focused on me working hard to get my clients excellent results at the time I was actually in my business and working in my business. The result, the next year I had a $554,600 year. Profit still over 80%. That is not bad at all. So what's my outlook for 2024? Well, I'm going to land somewhere between $750,000 and $800 in revenue, still at a very high profitability level. I'm going to have a stable lifestyle business that I enjoy, and it's something that I have built up steadily over a few years. There are very few surprises in my business, very few problems in my business. The company runs like a well oiled machine, and things are good. I don't plan to scale it more than this year, but I will re review that decision around mid year and see if it feels like a good time to really start to scale up at that time or not. Now, I'm not telling you this to boast, but to give you a realistic look at the multi year journey of building up a business from scratch. Because what I see out there in terms of Facebook ads and Instagram ads and YouTube videos are a lot of unrealistic testimonials and moonshot cases. And I want you to have a realistic expectation for how you should launch and grow your business. So there you go. I'm happy to answer any questions that you have about this journey in the comments below. And if you'd like to learn the fundamentals behind getting your coaching, training, or consulting business launched, and you are a qualified mental health professional, there is a link to take my free training in the comments.